Result, Lee's overnight sensation has millions of fans across the country hanging on literally his every word. And he's here now, and I too will be hanging on your every word.
Oh, good. Awesome. I'm great. Thank you. Thank you.
Now, I've been flicking through some magazines. I don't know why I do this to myself, because I picked up Entertainment Weekly. There you are, the cover,
yes,
which has eluded me so far. Two copies of Hollywood Reporter this year alone. There you are, on both of them. And then this one, which absolutely, I've got to be honest, sickened me. I have spent 46 years in journalism, in broadcasting, desperate to get on the top 100 of Time magazine's most influential people. And there you are, first shout. You're not even inside. You're on the cover, under the banner,
right under the M.
The most prominent head on the whole damn thing.
Yeah, this right the M is right on my forehead. I am turning 21 in 2 weeks.
This is ridiculous. How did you do this?
I have a fantastic publicity team. But, I mean...
You must pinch yourself there. When you pick up Time magazine, I mean, you weren't doing anything before you got this job, were you?
No, I was just a student, and I was in high school a few months before I got the show, and then I was in college for 2 weeks, and then when I officially got it, and I was working at a dry cleaners in the summers, too.
Earning how much?
I think it was, oh gosh.
Maybe even more annoyed.
No, in dry cleaners I was making, I think, $7.25 an hour. I think that was minimum wage at the time.
So you were earning $7.25 an hour?
In
a dry cleaners? In
a dry cleaners, yes.
When you get a call saying, are you available to be the heartthrob star of the biggest TV show in America?
Well, I wish it was that picturesque, but no.
It pretty well is like that.
Sort of, yeah, in a way, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I was just...
Where were you when you got the call?
I was driving back from the last audition, and my mom was driving, and I'll never forget, we were just passing Santa Monica Pier, and the phone rang, and she answered it, and then she just looked at me with that look, and I knew I had it. And
what's the look?
The look was like, looked like she should be driving, she should be paying attention to the road. That was the look that I was giving back to her, but it was just like the, ooh, the look.
And how did you feel? I mean, what an extraordinary story for you, but did you realise when you got that call how big it might be? Did you have an inkling?
Absolutely not, and had I had any notion that it would become what it was, I mean, I would have been insane. I mean, who could have predicted all of this?
No, I literally cannot. I was trying to think of anyone in recent time that has gone from where you started, the dry cleaners and a bit of college, to the cover of Time magazine within a year. I mean, it's absolutely startling. It is. It's
so surreal that whenever I have a minute to myself and I stop and think about it, I get so lost in this Cloud9 world that it's so hard to come back down from it.
Did you dream of being famous? Were you like all these kids? You did a bit of acting and singing and dancing and so on. Were you thinking in your head, I really want to be, I don't know, whoever?
I think
Tom Cruise,
no,
Zac Efron.
Definitely not.
Who were your idols?
No, I never thought I would ever be of heartthrob stature. I think I always dreamed of being respected, but I never had any aspiration of being famous or just being known.
Who did you look up to? I mean, who were your celebrity icons?
Oh gosh. Yikes. Honestly, I don't know if I really had any, because there really wasn't anyone there for me to look up to. I mean, I honestly had to just keep inspiring myself along the way, but there really was no initial
So you never had anyone you were thinking, I want to be like that?
No, I mean, like everyone wants to be Lady Gaga at one point or the other.
I didn't want to be Lady Gaga.
Oh, now you're lying. Everyone wants to be Lady Gaga.
No, I really didn't. No,
everyone.
I've never woken up thinking I want to be Lady Gaga.
Have you ever wanted to be Oprah?
Well, not actually Oprah.
Okay, because I always wanted to be Oprah.
Really?
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Yeah.
That's just fascinating.
Oh, yeah.
Why would you want to be Oprah Winfrey?
Who wouldn't want to be Oprah Winfrey? Are you kidding? If you don't want to be Oprah Winfrey, there's something wrong with you.
Funny enough, Oprah I do get. Yeah. Lady Gaga, more you.
No, she was never like she's very inspirational for my character, but never. I don't know. There really wasn't. I didn't really have a hero growing up, unfortunately.
Did you want to be an actor?
Yes, ever since. I remember I was like 3 years old, and I was watching a movie, the title of which escapes me, but and I remember the credits came on, and I remember asking my mom why it was over, and I just desperately wanted to be on the other side of it, and as I got older, I found out what movies actually were, and that there were actors playing these roles, and those kids weren't actually living the adventures that you saw them living, but I knew that I wanted to be a part of that world.
When was the moment that with Glee when you realised your life was never going to be the same again? When did it pop for you?
know. I mean, I think it's a constant bubble that keeps getting popped more and more.
But originally, there must have been a moment when the ratings come in once.
Yeah,
and
I think. Yeah.
What? Oh.
Right. Well, I mean, of course, when it's your first thing, you think like as soon as the pilot airs the first time, then something it's going to be this huge thing, and you won't be able to walk outside. But it doesn't quite work that way. It's more of a gradual process. But
for you, what was the pinch me moment?
Oh God. What was the first pinch me moment?
The moment when you rang your mum and you were both getting carried away on the phone.
Probably right. I think maybe I don't know. Maybe it was the first time I was recognized, or maybe it was and maybe it was the first time that I drove up to Paramount Studios and had a place for my car to go. I think that was pretty crazy.
Through the gates?
Through the gates.
I mean, that's
and they let me in. They didn't call security.
I had the same moment.
Yeah, yeah.
When I signed up for America's Got Talent.
Yeah.
And the first day of filming the live shows was through those famous gates.
Yeah, yeah, it's awesome.
And that is a moment, isn't it?
Yeah, it's an amazing feeling. It is.
And you're thinking this is a long way from the dry cleaners.
Yeah, absolutely. I think just actually getting work, being a working actor, I think was the moment for me when I really had the realization.
And then, of course, Glee explodes, and your character becomes this iconic character really fast. And I think you're very smart in the way you handled the character and the brand and everything else. And you do this extraordinary speech at the Golden Globes, which I want to play a little clip of first.
Sure.
Chris Colfer.
I have to thank Ryan Murphy for basically being my fairy godfather. Everybody at Fox, Robert Ulrich for submitting me to the show when there was nothing to submit me for. Our amazing
really
crew who keep us sane during the crazy times.
Really high pitch.
And our very talented cast. You guys owe this. I mean, you guys deserve this as much as I do. But most importantly, to all the amazing kids that watch our show and the kids that our show celebrates who are constantly told no by the people and the environments, by bullies at school, that they can't be who they are or have what they want because of who they are. Well, screw that, kids.
And, I mean, that, for me, was the moment for you. Obviously, you won the Gold Globe, that's big enough. But actually, I remember the media reaction after you made that short but perfectly phrased speech. And you became the kind of poster boy for kids who are being bullied, for whatever reason. And it wasn't, unless I'm wrong, it wasn't just about kids who may be gay or whatever. It's just kids who feel they're outsiders, right?
Right, absolutely. I think maybe somewhere in my mind, I knew that when I made the speech that Kurt was affecting more than just gay kids. He was affecting a lot of kids that were just being bullied in general. So I think maybe that's why I don't remember that moment at all. I was in such an adrenaline high that I can't recall anything.
If your voice had got much higher,
if it had gotten higher,
I would have recommended you joining the Bee Gees. It was out of control.
Had it been higher, God, could you imagine the dogs that would have been howling
Windows
for miles and miles? I know, gosh, people's glasses would have been breaking, yeah.
But what a thrilling moment for you, though.
Yeah, no.
But so they had the poise to come out with what you did, whether you planned them or not. And clearly, by the sound of it, you didn't really. I mean, as you were walking up, you just thought, what were you thinking?
I remember when I was walking up, I kept thinking to myself, do not trip on a chair or a table on the way up there, because it was so possible, because there's so many things in my way. But honestly, I don't remember anything about the moment. I just remember getting up there and saying what I felt, and then looking out into the audience and thanking everyone that I could physically see and remember who they were. Because there are people that I saw, but I couldn't remember their name at the moment, so I didn't take them. But then thank God, I was a big speech and debate kid in high school, and thank God I was, because otherwise I probably would have spoken Spanish up there. I don't know.
I mean, obviously, I'd imagine all people who get bullied at school, you can probably remember who these bullies were.
Yes.
Does it please you that you were able to have this wonderful moment of payback, really?
No, there's a diplomatic answer that I could give, but absolutely.
Give me the straight.
Yes. Oh, God, yes. Yes. And those individuals, it's almost like you want to say, suck it to them, like right there. I should have just said that, like, given names and social security numbers instead. But no, it's great.
Do you remember their names?
Yes, of course. Of course.
Is there any one in particular you'd like to just smirk at?
No, I hated them all equally. No.
Tell me about that period when you were being bullied, because obviously that speech you made applied, as you said, to all kids being bullied out there. What is that feeling like for someone who's never been through it? How did it make you feel?
I was just embarrassed, because, I mean, I'd walk by these people that I barely knew in the hallway, and they just screamed profanities at me that I didn't think were true at the time, and of course everyone else in the hallway would laugh, and of course I had some amazing legendary comebacks, but I mean, it's embarrassing, and it's uncalled for, and especially when they don't know you and you don't know them. And I was a really, really good kid. I mean, I wasn't necessarily the best student, but I was a fantastic kid, and it was heart-wrenching. It was heartbreaking.
Let's take a short break. When we come back, I'll talk about Glee, the phenomenon.
Sure.
How important it is not just to you and the cast, but also to America now.